Hello everyone, welcome to Chasing Adventures. Today is going to be a quick video on how to change out the reverse lights and the turn signal lights to the bright modern looking LED lights with Auxbeam LED bulbs. So I don't know why Honda decided to use halogen bulbs for the turn signals and the reverse lights on the Trailsport when every other lights on the car, including the interior lights, are LEDs. And I'm guessing the higher trim might have the LED turn signals and the reverse lights. I'm not 100% sure. So if someone could confirm this in the comment section, that'd be great. Anyways, so the Trailsport doesn't have them. So to replace the halogen bulbs, I requested LED bulbs to my friends at Auxbeam, and they sent me these 7443 LED lights. And what's great about these bulbs are that they have a built-in resistor, so it won't cause hyper flash or throw warning lights on the dashboard. But although it has a built-in resistor, some vehicle may still need resistors, so they actually sent me these 50 ohm resistors just in case the Pilot needs it, which I really hope it doesn't. So let's quickly take a look at the bulb, install them on the vehicle, and see how they differ from the halogen bulbs. And before we start, I want to point out something important here. Before these bulbs, Auxbeam actually sent out their newer bulbs to me, which seems like a better bulb. It has copper heatsink, built-in fan, brighter LEDs, and overall, it looks much better. However, because of the large copper heatsink on the top, it didn't fit into our stock housing hole. So I told them about my issue and they sent these out to me instead, which is a 1-year-old design, but it's still a top-notch bulb. And I think I could have just forced it into the opening, but I wouldn't be able to take it out without breaking them inside the housing. So just be aware of this. But if you still need the newest, brightest LED bulbs, you could Dremel out the opening to make it slightly larger so you could fit these bulbs in. But I don't want to do that. Besides, these LED bulbs are still better option than the factory halogen bulbs. Plus, and this is a big plus, these bulbs are much more cost friendly. So I just wanted to mention that before we get started. So the bulb has 24 4014 SMD LEDs all around, so it'll throw the light evenly at any position, unlike the ones that only has 2 panels, and 6 bright 3030 LEDs pointing towards the top, and it gets reflected off of these housing, and one 3030 LED that gets projected to the front. So it has a complete 360 degree of lighting at any position. Now the shelling is all made with aluminum and ceramic heat resistant base, and IC driver is built inside the bulb. And it's got a decent weight to it and feels like it's very well made. And there are plenty of reasons why having LEDs are much better than the halogen bulbs. For one, it has instant on and off lights, unlike the regular halogen bulbs where it has a slight delay between turning on and off, like millisecond faster than the halogen bulbs. Now, that may not seem like much, but in traffic, faster turn signal response time gives other drivers a quicker warning, potentially preventing accidents. And the LEDs are much brighter, so they catch attention better than the dim, warm glow of halogens, improving your visibility when changing lanes or turning. And this one is supposed to be 600% brighter than the halogens, so they're going to be very visible even on a bright sunny day. And it will last way longer than the halogen bulbs, as these bulbs have 60,000 hours of lifespan, which will most likely outlast your car. And LEDs typically generate less heat, reducing the risk of melting the plastic housing or the lenses. And lastly, LEDs draws less power, reducing strain on your battery and alternator. And this is especially useful if you're running a lot of lights or electronics in your car, which I do. So there are more positives than negatives to having LEDs. And this is why the newer vehicles all are equipped with LED lighting. And again, since these have built-in resistors, swapping out to LEDs should be simple as swapping out a regular halogen bulbs. Now, I have 3 sets of LED bulbs here with me, and that's because Auxbeam offers different colors. This one is the white color, this one is the amber color, and this is the red color. Now, obviously, the white color will go into the reverse lights, and the amber color will go into the turn signals. But I also wanted to see how the red color will look as a turn signal. Something different from the factory. So I requested all 3 colors so you guys could actually see the difference and decide which color to get. So let's go ahead and swap the old school looking lights to these modern looking LEDs. And if this video has been informative so far, please like and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. All right, so we're at the back of the Pilot, and let's do the easy one first. So the reverse lights are pretty simple to do. There's a little notch here to stick a, flathead screwdriver or trim removable tool. But you don't need that. You could just kind of put your finger here and just pull on this, and it'll just pop right out. And the bulb socket is very visible here. So you just turn it. Let's see this way, okay. And pull it out, and here's the bulb. So just take this out. Try to do this with one hand. And then put the new LED bulbs in. And sometimes if the LED bulbs doesn't light up, you might have to reverse the polarity. And let's just put it in, back into the housing, and there we go, and lock it in place. So now let's take a look at the difference. On second thought, let's finish up the turn signals too. So I believe you have to take this cover out, and there's a notch here, so I guess you just gotta pull it. There we go. So this is what it looks like from inside. So I guess, so all you have to do is just pull on this and just kind of slide this out. And then we got, I believe these are 10 mil or it could be 8. So we need to take those out. So let me try the 8 first. Yep, it's an 8 mil. Or if you don't have an 8mm socket, you could use a screwdriver. Okay, so once that's released, give it a little nice tuck and it comes right out. And then the middle one should be the turn signals. Yeah, we got the amber color halogen bulbs in here. So let's swap this out to, let's do amber. Okay, so put the amber bulb in. And let's do amber first and see the comparison between the LEDs and the halogen. And then I'll do the red color LED on the other side. So slide the socket back in place and lock it in. There we go. Line up the holes and give it a push. That's it. And we just have to screw it back in the bolt and put the cover back on. But before that, just in case I need to change out the polarity, let me turn it on and see if it works. So here we go. I'm gonna turn the hazards so you guys could take a look at the difference. All right, so I got the hazards on and you could immediately tell which one is LEDs. The driver side is the halogen and the passenger side is the LEDs. And you know, they say it's 600% brighter, but in real life, you know, it's still brighter than the halogens, but it's not as 600% brighter. So it's not gonna blind anybody, but it is very noticeable. And yeah, it's actually much brighter, but I like that instant on and off. Now let me try the turn signals because that's how you know if it's gonna cause hyperflash or not. Okay, here we go. Crossing my fingers, I hope it doesn't. Okay, so it is gonna cause hyperflash. Yeah. So since it's causing hyperflash, let me try reversing the polarity and see if that helps. I highly doubt it, but you know, it's worth a shot. Okay, it's the same thing. It's causing hyperflash. So it is causing hyperflash, so we need to install the 50 ohm resistors. I was hoping we didn't need to. Now, luckily, Auxbeam provided the 50 ohm resistors, so, and everything you need. So it's gonna be pretty simple to do. All we have to do is connect the resistor, and Honda's really easy too because there's only 2 wires. So we're gonna splice and tap into each wire like this. So to get a little bit of working space, we need to cut this cover. And remove this electrical tape. Now what you want to do is you want to put the splicer on one end. So slide the factory wires. So there's 2 slots. So one goes in here into the first opening, and then the resistor wire into the other side all the way. And grab your plier and squeeze the metal tab all the way in. Okay, and make sure the wires are nice and secure. And bring the other wire into this wire. So I'm just going to repeat that process. Okay, and close the cover. And then we're going to double side tape this into the chassis here, down here. And it should be good. So let's try turning it on first. All right, no more hyper flashing. So, I mean, it's tedious, but you know, it wasn't too hard, right? All we have to do is double side tape the resistor onto the chassis, put the bulb back into the housing, put everything back, and we're good to go on this side. All right, so there we go. Now let's do the other side with the red LEDs. Now here's a quick tip. When you're installing the resistors, try to do it as far away from the bulb as you can, because I just noticed I did it up here, right? And if the resistors stuck onto the chassis, it's gonna be very short. So yeah, try to do it as far away from the bulb as you can so you have access to your bulbs easily. Okay, so I got the red color LEDs in here. Okay, so now let's check for hyper flash on this side too. And then after that, we'll take a look at the difference between the red color and the amber, and also look at the reverse light difference. All right, so no hyper flashing. And you know what? I'm kind of liking this red color already. Okay, so let me turn the hazards so that we could see the difference. I don't know if the camera is catching the difference. So let me try adjusting the white balance here. Okay, I made the screen a little darker so you guys could actually see the color difference, because I think before it was just blown out. So here's the red, the driver's side is the red, and the passenger side is ambers. What do you guys think? Honestly, I'm kind of digging the red turn signals. Yeah, it looks different. Okay, so let me turn on the reverse lights and see the difference now. So the passenger side has the LEDs, and then the driver's side has the regular halogen bulbs. So you guys can see the difference, right? So what do you guys think? I think it gives the Pilot the modern look that it deserves. And personally, I like this new look with the red turn signals. It gives a unique appearance to the Pilot, so I'm going to keep the red bulbs for now, but might switch it back to ambers later. And if you want to make your Pilot look modern with these LED bulbs, I'll have the link in the video description for your convenience, so make sure to check it out. And that's all I have for you guys today. And if this video was helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Now I order parts from Nolo Design, like their roof rack system, some underbody skid plates, and ditch light brackets. So I'll have those installing videos coming up very shortly, so please stay tuned for that. So thank you all for tuning in today. Until next time, keep chasing adventures, and I'll see you all on my next video.